Welcome back to Veracity Trigger, Brigandine fans, and today we're going to be looking at the Bestiary of Gremlin, or Imp, whichever one you want to call it. But we're going to start off with the Imp, and we're going to move into Gremlin, and we're going to look at different things that this creature can do. So, if we're going to look at a background, it says, monsters skilled at support magic. They love playing pranks and watching others get frustrated by their mischief. They provide allies support with spells such as Silent and Protect, making them a valuable addition to any troop. Their low HP and defense make them unsuited for fighting on the front lines, however. Should you face one in battle, it would be best to eliminate it before it starts causing trouble. So here's its little sprite here, as you can see. And basically it's going to make the sound of you stepping on a duck, or this sound. I don't know what this sound is, but if you ever stepped on a duck before, it may sound like that. But anyways, that's basically the Imp there. The upgrade to the Imp is the Gremlin. It costs 20 more points to upgrade when you do an upgrade. So it says here, an Imp's new form following a class change. Their mischievous nature is worse than ever, but their support magic is also more powerful. They can use techniques such as React to increase an ally's actions, but only a limited number of times per battle. Analyze the situation carefully and pick the best time to use them. They are weak to red types and are best kept out of range of burning attacks. So, essentially this is what I call the Hairy Fairy, and it's basically a different kind of look to the monster that was the Pixie class that upgraded to the Fairy class in the original Brigandine game. And so this looks a lot different. It still makes the sound of you stepping on a duck, so that's good. Alright, so let's check out what it can equip and everything that that would entail. So, one second. Okay, so let's look at the Imp a little bit more here. Now, if you're just looking on the right here, you're going to see its level, its combat power, and its orbs here, right here, and here for offense and defense. It is a green elemental monster. And so here's its HP, its strength, its attack, its agility and mobility as 4. So this is something to take note if you're a old Brigandine gamer like I am. The mobility was a little bit longer. I think it was 5 for the Pixies, the initial Pixies. So this is basically the new Pixie of Brigandine here. Intelligence 54, not very intelligent. Defense 90. This is a very low number, so essentially it can get 2-shot in battle by almost anything, really. Growth rate is S, though. This is interesting to take note of. So this thing will level up very, very quickly. Doing very little, it will still be able to level up very quickly. So it is 20 cost here. If you look at this, it costs 20. The upgrade is 20 more, so you're going from 20 to 40. So to hold it in your party is a little more expensive than it was in the past. It has less mobility. It still does most of the same stuff. But let's go to here and let's look at this section here. So basically stick tap, same thing as the Pixies that they had, and they both had Silence and they both had Protect, right? And these are all basically pre-moves here. So you're going to see Silent is 1 to 4 and Protect is 0 to 3. In the past, Pixies could protect up to 4 spaces away. Now it's just basically 3, so just, you know, take note of this here. I'll draw a star. How about that? Here's my terrible star. So anyways, MP is still 41, although Silent, I think it actually lowered down to 40. When in the past it was 50. So that's something to take note of here. Its stick tap attack power is 85, if you want to know that. There it is. So alright, so let's move on to the Gremlin upgrade, and we'll go over what you can get by upgrading to a higher level. Okay, so you know, what kind of growth are we going to get here? How is this going to look on this chart? So let's look at Gremlin, and we'll figure out a few things, okay? All right. Okay, so we're on the gremlin that I named Harry, and as you can see, I sort of pumped it full of potions and pills and maxed out the MP here. So I kind of changed a few factors here. Now I got the mobility up to 6 and that sort of stuff, and you can see all this extra boosted equipment that I gave this Harry Fairy. It's got up to 5. It's got up to 5 orbs on attack and defense, you know, different varying colors here. So it's level 30. It's pretty well maxed out. It's one of the best that you can upgrade and get to. Yes, you can give them potions and pills to get this much MP to do a ton of react spells, so you can do it in this game. But let's look at some of the things that, you know, you can do. So if you want to equip it with something, you know, you can equip it with pretty much staffs, basically black mage staffs, you know, mage robes, basically light hat gear. This one's a really good one because it gives you double movement, so you can cast a spell and then move it somewhere else. Very handy ability. Rapid band gives extra mobility. That's why I get a little extra mobility there. So all these different equipments are going to do different things when you know, equip this. And you could see how the growth rate actually slowed down here. Now, I know you saw growth rate in the past. It was S with the imp class. Now it is up to A. Well, actually down to A. S is the best you can get, and then A is just below S, of which there's only a few things in a game with S stats. Literally, there's very, very few. Sophie is one of those that has S growth rates, and yeah, there's monsters, knights, very few things have S. But you'll notice that once you get into the I call it the Harry Fairy, but it's a gremlin mode. Once you get into gremlin mode, then you finally get some things that you were really looking for. So that's essentially some of the things you can equip there. Let's just back out and let's check out all these little details here. So now you can see the magic cost has gone up to 40 instead of being at 20, like I previously just showed you. It is always a sky element, so that is something to just, you know, take note of. Upkeep mana. So this is how much it costs you per month to keep this monster at full health in battles. The MP and the HP are a bit boosted here. I could show you another one that isn't quite as boosted, but where would be the fun in that? The dull movement comes from the fact that I've got this black hat on, so it normally doesn't have that. I would recommend, if you want to play with the Harry Fairy, the black hat is a very good piece of gear to have to give you this ability here. So intelligence isn't so important because we're going to be looking at this, and there is a new skill that you get when you get up to this position versus the imp, and you get Terror Voice. Now it says deals minor damage to all units within a 2 hex radius, never misses, a 20% chance to inflict faint. So it's almost like a miniature version of the Thor's hammer ground smash that could, you know, hit everything in a 2-hit radius, and it's not very powerful. You can see that the power from the stick hit is already at 100, although its attack power is still pretty low, so don't really be looking for using this thing in the front line. This is literally support backline. And if you ever use Terror Voice, which I think I've used it maybe one time, really don't use it that much. I kind of keep the Gremlin class for the reacts and the thunder spells. Protects more so as well. But this is a pre-move here, so this is definitely something you have to stand there for to do first of all. So if you get surrounded, let's say you want to use it as like a cover for the back line, you probably don't want to hit your own guys with this attack. It's not going to do very much, but it's really coming down to the fact that, hey, I might actually feint the enemy, you know, coming in, you know, behind my army. I might be able to do it. I don't know, you know, and maybe you don't have a lot of MP left. I mean, I would pretty much more or less recommend doing a thunder spell here, you know, because you get the thunder. attack here, but you know, it's up to you. So it's a 2-ranged attack, so it's kind of like a rock crybird attack in a way. Not very powerful, but it's 30 MP, so it's very cheap. You could do it if you needed to do it in a pinch. I haven't found myself using this skill quite too much, but it is a utility spell, and it can be used. So remember, you have Terror Voice with the Gremlin here. So you get the normal react like you kind of do, and it goes 2 spaces out here, like you can see on this little hexagonal honeycomb diagram that they put here on the left, which is pretty cool. I like that they've got that. It's pretty nice. So it's still 2 range, but you have to remember when you're playing this game versus the original game is 100. If anybody can remember, tell it real fast before I draw it. It's 126 MP for the original. This game is 136, so it's 10 more MP than it used to be. I've had not a lot of battles, but initially when I played the game, I had some battles where, you know, I'm like, I got 126 MP, I have just enough react, and I was like, no, I don't. And so, yeah, you got to realize that magic is, in a way, it's a little bit nerfed in this game. The power ratio for some things seems to have been nerfed. I don't know, they might make an update and change some things. But yeah, because I'm putting out this video and they're going to be putting out some updates to the game, so I don't know if they'll change something. But for right now, as of 10/21/2020, it's 136 MP for react. So you've got that ability like you did as the fairy in the past from the older Brigandine game. You got the thunder attack, which actually goes a little bit further. So thunder is still 3 range, you know, and a honeycomb around you, so you can target with just a thunder. No Geno thunder, just regular thunder. Power is 150. And the MP is 91. There, you got your silence spell. Here it's 4 spaces away. Protect is still 3 range space away. So all the older gamers coming in here going, I need to have protect be 4 spaces away. I'm sorry, but it's only 3. That's all you get. And it's 61 for protect. So that's what you have to look forward to. But yeah, pretty much this is the bestiary for the Gremlin here. It's you know, showing me the same thing here. But yeah, but they're weak to red, so fire, you know, try to get them away from acid breaths and fire attacks and that sort of thing. And you should have one of these. Definitely this makes a very good complement to a mage team. It really does. It makes a very good complement to a mage team. And you can look at some that I haven't really put a ton of effort into. If I can find one here. I don't know if I have any more sitting in the back row, but maybe I got some down here. I think I took a couple and I just decided to level them up. So this is with my Mana Celestia file, Mana Celestia LP that I completed. But yeah, that's the Gremlin, and that's really all there is to it. It's really good for a mage team. It's also really good for a solo Rudo run for certain reasons. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Gremlin class. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave some likes, you know, subscribe, share it out to friends and family and everybody out there. And thanks for the developers for making this game. It's a great game. It's a lot of fun. And we'll get into the next bestiary with the next monster in the next video. That's all I have for you. Thanks for watching. Take care.